Over to the other war front. Israeli warplanes struck hundreds of targets in Lebanon on Thursday amid fears of a full-scale war between Israel and Hezbollah, following device explosions that killed at least 37 people in Lebanon earlier in the week. Now, the Israeli army claims that it hit hundreds of rocket launcher barrels which were ready to be fired by Hezbollah fighters. Several buildings at a weapons depot belonging to Hezbollah were also bombed in several areas of southern Lebanon. The strikes began in the afternoon and were carried out in several waves. The Israeli army released footage showing what it claimed to be strikes on Hezbollah launchers and terrorist infrastructure sites. Smoke and fire were seen rising from the site of an Israeli strike on the southern Lebanese border village of Rehan. Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said IDF's actions against Lebanese militant group Hezbollah will continue, and Hezbollah will pay an increasing price as Israel seeks the return of its residents to homes near the Lebanon border.
Our goal is to ensure the safe return of Israel's northern communities to their homes. As time goes by, Hezbollah will pay an increasing price.
The Israeli Air Force jets flew low over Beirut and carried out sonic booms even during a speech by Hezbollah leader Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah. The mock air raid was the lowest that jets had flown over the city since the beginning of the war in October last year. Hezbollah leader Nasrallah, in his televised address, called the device attacks an act of war that crossed all red lines and vowed to keep up daily strikes on Israel. Now, interestingly, when Hassan Nasrallah was giving this address, that is when Israel carried out further airstrikes. Nasrallah said Israel will face tough retribution and just punishment.
This will be confronted with a severe reckoning and a just retribution in expected and unexpected ways. But because this new battle involved hidden hands, let me change my approach. I will not talk about a time, form, place or date. Leave the subject and the news. Will be what you see, not what you hear.
The White House said that President Joe Biden believes there can still be a diplomatic resolution to escalating tensions between Israel and Hezbollah. The US State Department said that Hezbollah must stop its attacks against Israel if it wants to ease tensions in the region.
What we want is calm. We want calm for the tens of thousands of Israeli families who've been forced from their homes, and we want calm for the tens of thousands of Lebanese families that have been forced from their homes. Now, look, Nasrallah could stop the terrorist attacks across Israel. And I guarantee you, if he did that, we would be impressing upon Israel the need to maintain calm on their end.
Meanwhile, in a video message addressed to the Lebanese people, French President Emmanuel Macron said that Lebanon cannot live in fear of an imminent war and conflict must be avoided.
First, no one has an interest in escalation. Then, the integrity, security and sovereignty of Lebanon must be preserved. And nothing, no regional adventure, no private interest, no loyalty to any cause whatsoever deserves to trigger a conflict in Lebanon.
Ne mérite de déclencher un conflit au Liban.
British Foreign Secretary David Lammy called for an immediate ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah as weeks of escalation have brought both sides to the brink of war.
We are all very, very clear that we want to see a negotiated political settlement so that Israelis can return to their homes in northern Israel, and indeed Lebanese can return to their homes. And that's why tonight I'm calling for an immediate ceasefire from both sides so that we can get to that settlement, that political settlement that's required.
All right, for more on this, we were earlier joined by Colonel David B. DeRoche from Washington, D.C. He's a West Asia analyst and an associate professor at the Near East South Asia Center for Security Studies. Here's what he had to say on the matter.
the United States actually backs the Lebanese state, and we provide military equipment to the Lebanese state, and we actually unusually pay some of the salaries of soldiers in the Lebanese army. That's not who Israel's fighting. I think, though, that Hezbollah is a terrorist organization in the United States. They've been involved in hijackings of American aircraft. They were involved in the attack on the Marine Corps barracks when Marines and Army soldiers deployed to Lebanon to evacuate the Palestinian Liberation Organization. There's no affection for Hezbollah. And the conduct of I think the United States will support Israel, at least initially, in a conflict against Lebanese Hezbollah.